have another book haul for you. I have a problem, I know. It is currently like 28 degrees in the UK, which is too hot. I'm having to leave the window closed because there's so many kids playing outside screaming and shouting, so you wouldn't be able to hear me. So I'm sweating for you guys. You're welcome. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Georgia. I hope you're well. Today I have the last of my like birthday book hauls for you guys. So if you've not seen it already, I have a 66 books haul up. That's up here. I also have my New York book shopping video. That's also up on my channel already. And then this is just sort of like the last of my books. So quite a few of these were presents I actually received on my birthday. And the rest are ones that I bought with like birthday money or vouchers and things like that. I'm not going to ramble on because it's just going to take a while. I've also got a couple of subscription boxes that I'm going to just open in this video as well because I've not opened them yet. And then we'll just sort of take it from there. So I'll do those first and then we'll get into sort of like my birthday book haul. So let's crack on. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And as always, my social media, my Amazon wishlist, my Goodreads and my business email all in the description bar below. Let's get straight into my haul. Let's go. So the first box that I have here is actually from Wandering with Words. Now this is a lovely little independent company on Instagram who do like book subscriptions. So it's run by my lovely friend Anna. So this is the first month's book subscription. So I'm actually quite late in opening this just with everything that's been going on. But I thought we could open it together. So this is the box when you open it. So we have our little business card. Showing you with my bad hand with all my broken nails on. This is the little business card that you get. I then have some lovely little stickers. I have such a lovely little sticker collection going on now, so I'm just to show you the stickers. They are really cute. I love those. And then finally we have the book. Now honestly I love how this is packaged. It's just, I went for the romance one. So like I said, this is the May subscription box, so I am a little bit late in opening this. Yeah, life's just been a bit hectic, so I've just not got around to doing it. But they then do sort of like monthly virtual chats, I think. I didn't manage to go this month because it was while I was in New York, but I am definitely going to be on it as of next month and next month's subscription box. I don't recognise it so far. The May subscription box is this book here. So this is After I Do by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Now I haven't actually read anything by this author yet. I'll be sure to give this a go. So it looks like a second chance sort of romance. That sounds really interesting. So it looks like our main characters Lauren and Ryan are married and they decide that like their marriage has kind of gone a bit stale, a bit dead. So they decide together that they'll have a year off from each other and then sort of like come back to each other to see if they can sort of like re-spark that love. So this sounds really interesting. I'm definitely looking forward to giving this a go. Like I say, I have missed the book club thing for this, but I definitely still want to give this a read. It does sound like a really fun book and it's something I've never actually heard anything about either. I've not heard anything about this book before. So I am definitely looking forward to reading this one. It's also just really pretty. I really like the cover on that one. That's gorgeous. So thank you so much for Wandering with Words for my book for this month. I will definitely be on it quicker for next month so I can join in all the book chats and all the virtual sort of like book club chats and things. I am definitely looking forward to getting into that. I also have last month's fairy loot that I've still not opened, and I mean this month's is on its way, so I've done really well there. So let's open this one. Oh, I don't have a little card. Moving on. I always love the little jackets that they come in. I think they're so cute. Let's have a nosy. I try not to look at anything online before I open my fairy loot boxes, just because I don't want any spoilers, but this is looking really pretty. Okay, this is stunning. Oh wow. Okay, so this is Broken Souls and Bones by J.L. Andrews, and this is just gorgeous. I mean, look at that. That is absolutely stunning. So it just says on the back, you never truly know a heart until you see the darkness inside it. I might like to see yours. So let's just have a look at everything else because you just have to. So we've got the end pages, stunning, and the back one. And then this is the naked hardback. And then as always as well, the reversible dust jacket. This is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, I really like this one. I'm not going to read what this is about because I am planning on doing a video where I read my fairy loot books, so I'm going to save it till then, but this looks really interesting. It is the fantasy romance. bundle. It will be a fantasy romance, but yeah, this is absolutely gorgeous. I cannot wait to read this. And then also, if you've seen my New York haul, you'll see that I got books 1 and 2 in the Daughter of the Pirate King series, and I got the special editions in New York. So I had to go online and see if I could get book 3 once I figured out that it wasn't a duology, it was a trilogy. So I bought this. I bought this from Bookspace. So I now have the complete set, which makes me very, very happy. Again, I'm not going to read what this one's about just because I haven't read book 1 and 2 yet, so I don't want any spoilers because I don't know how connected they are. So I don't know, I'm bad. I bought a whole series before knowing if I liked the first one or before reading anything by that author, but that's just what I do. Really excited to read this series though. Okay, so I'm now going to move on to sort of like the actual books that I bought with birthday stuff. So I'm going to start with like Amazon ones first. So this book arrived at my house from my lovely friend Chloe. I'll put her Instagram handle on screen, but she got me this for my birthday, bless her. So this is The Scarlet Veil. Now I've heard so many good things about this book. It's been on my wish list on Amazon for ages, and she was lovely enough to buy me this for my birthday, bless her. She's such an angel. Can't wait to meet up with you this year. But yeah, I'm really excited to give this one a go. I don't actually fully know what this is about, but it's a very big book and the writing's very small, so I'm very scared. But I know it's another fantasy romance one. I think it's quite a dark one as well, so I'm really looking forward to giving this one a go. I'm assuming it's vampire. It's giving vampire vibes. So this is the note that it came with. So it just says, "Happy birthday, beautiful. Have the best day. Enjoy, and can't wait to see you soon, from Chloe." Thank you so much, Chloe, for my present. I cannot wait to read this book. Okay, I'm not going to hold this up for long because these are ridiculously heavy, but I got the rest of the Zodiac Academy series. Now this is off my mum and my partner. So I think my partner got me 1 to 5 and then my mum got me 6 to 9, I want to say. But this is the rest of the Zodiac Academy. I'm putting those down, they're so heavy. I now have the complete set in the edition that I wanted. So I know they're reprinting them all on like that shiny metallic stuff, but I preferred these ones with the different colours and the brickwork. So I quickly ordered them all, and then Mum and James agreed to get me them for my birthday. So I now have the entire Zodiac Academy series and I am so excited. So I've read books 1 to 3 and I'm now going to read books 1 to 5 of Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac and then come back to this series, but I think I'm just going to read Ruthless Boys on my Kindle. But yeah, I now have the entire series, which makes me very happy. But I didn't realise quite how big they got. So like, look how teeny the writing is and look how fat the book is. And that's not even the biggest one. That scares me. That scares me a lot. So yeah, I have already got books 1 and 2 on my shelf, but now I have the full collection. So thank you so much, Mum and James, for these ones. I am so, so grateful. And I have to put these back down, they're so heavy. So that was all the Amazon ones. So I'm now going to move on to Waterstones ones. So these ones I got with birthday vouchers. As part of my present from James's family, they got me some Waterstones vouchers. So I got a lot of books from the Waterstones. So first up, I got Emily Henry's Beach Read. Now I've heard so many good things about this one, and in all honesty, I will probably wait until I go on holiday to read this, just because I feel like you have to. But it just says 2 writers, 1 holiday, a rom-com waiting to happen. So I've recently read an Emily Henry book for the first time and I really, really enjoyed it. So I'm really hoping that I will love these as well. So this is, I don't know if it's part of a series or not. I've just heard really good things about Emily Henry's writing and really enjoyed the last one. So she's very similar to sort of Abby Jimenez's writing style. So I really enjoyed the other book by Emily Henry that I read. So now I have this one. And then I also got Book Lovers. I don't know if these are part of the same series or not. They look very similar, so they might be. I don't know for definite. But again, same reason. I really like Emily Henry's writing. So I think this will be another good one. I don't know loads of what these are about. I want to go back and read all of Abby Jimenez's book and all of Emily Henry's books. So I figured this was a good place to start. And these are both $9.99 each. I've also recently been reading the Windy City series by Liz Tom Ford. So when I saw that the new one was out, I had to grab that one straight away. So this is book 5 in the Windy City series. So this is finally Rio's story. So I have read the first 2 in this series now and I really, really, really like them. So I'm definitely looking forward to getting Rio's story. I've seen so much of his character. So I think it's about time we got his book. And I know a lot of people have been waiting a very long time for this, so I feel quite lucky in that I've only just started reading them so I can get straight to Rio's when it's time. I am going to obviously read book 3 and 4 first. I'm very excited to get to Rio's story because I think he's just such a funny character and he's just there for everybody and he deserves his moment. But this one was also $9.99. So I've been being quite good at finishing off the series that I already have because I also picked up King of Envy by Anna Huang. Now this is book 5 in the Kings of Sin series. As you can see here, I have books 1 to 4, so this again is just finishing off a series that I've already got. I haven't actually started the Kings of Sin series yet. I've been reading the Twisted Love ones. I've read book 1 and 2 of that, So I'm excited to get to these ones. I've heard a lot of really mixed things about this one in particular, but we'll see how I feel about it when I get there. I'm trying not to be too attached to other people's opinions of books and just see how I feel about them. So we will see how I feel about this when I finally get through the Twisted series and onto the Kings of Sin series, but another one I'm really looking forward to. I also picked up A Reign of Rose. Now this is book 3 in the Sacred Stone series by Kate Golden. So I got book 2 in my 66 book haul, and then I saw this in Waterstones, so I picked this one up, but I still haven't actually got book 1. I need to get that really. That should be my next little purchase, I think, just so I can actually start this series, because I have book 2 and 3 but not book 1. So I'm not going to read the back of this again because I've not read book 1 and I don't want any spoilers and I don't know how connected they are. But I've heard a lot of good things about this. It's another fantasy romance one, I think. I don't know much about it other than that, just because, like I say, I've not read book 1 yet. So I'm really looking forward to this one, and this one was $10.99. I'm getting so warm and I feel like I'm just getting really overstimulated and I can't focus. This book here has been recommended to me by so many people, including quite a few members of James's family. So when I got the Waterstone vouchers from them, I had to pick this one up and see what all the fuss was about. So this is The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. Now, I don't know much about this other than that it's set sort of like around the war, and it's to do with 2 sisters and how they sort of cope with it, as far as I know. But everyone's just said that it's been like such a game changer for them, and it's just really changed their view on a lot of things. So I'm definitely intrigued with this one. It's not the usual thing that I read. I tend to read things that aren't really set around real life and hard topics, because reading is such an escapism thing for me. So I'm definitely looking forward to trying this. So it just says this story is about what it was like to be a woman during World War II, when women's stories were all too often forgotten and overlooked. So I'm really looking forward to this one. I do think I want to read this soon, just so that I could join the conversations about this book. So this is The Nightingale, and this one was $9.99. I then picked up Phantom by H.D. Carlton. Now, I would be lying to you if I said that I'd got this for any other reason other than it looks like that LA Noire style, which I absolutely love. If I don't know if any of you have played LA Noire, it's a great game. I absolutely loved it. I don't know fully what it's about, but it is like a stalker romance. I think it's a bit like mafia type, so it just says a criminal and mobster. So I love a mafia romance anyway. I think this one will be really good, and obviously it's H.D. Carlton. She's known for amazing spicy writing, so I'm assuming this will be the same, and amazing spicy writing. I'm really looking forward to this one, and honestly I think I might read it next month, because it's just been like on the back of my mind, like when I was doing my June TBR and stuff, and this was just sat in front of me, and all I wanted to do was pick this up. So I do think I'll probably end up reading this in July. And this one was $11.99. And then this one was just the lady at the cashier being very good at her job. So I had no interest in this book. I hadn't even seen it, I hadn't even looked at it, but she convinced me to buy it, so I did. I think I had a voucher, like a £10 voucher thing, and she was just like, this is the one for the month. It's a Sprayed Edges one, and it's Leigh Bardugo's The Familiar. So I've got a few books by Leigh Bardugo. I've only read one, so I've read Shadow and Bone. I know nothing about it. She just convinced me. She was just like, if you're going to read anything or buy anything, buy this. So I did. But yeah, it sounds like it's to do with like a kitchen servant with a hidden gift. So I don't know if it's like another fantasy romancy one, but it looks to me like it's set way back when. I don't know. She did convince me, and she did make it sound really good. Yeah, I've not heard anything about it, so we'll have to wait and see if there's any hype that can persuade me to read this book, but I will definitely get around to it at some point. And this one was $9.99 as well. So that's all the Waterstones books that I bought. So thank you everybody for my vouchers, and I did also put some birthday money towards some of those as well as I had a £10 voucher on my little app as well. So that was everything from Waterstones. So I'm now going to move on to the works. So as much as I sit here and tell you that I'm not a massive fan of thrillers anymore, I did pick up The 10 by Freida McFadden. Now, I find her books really hit and miss. I loved Never Lie. I weren't too bothered about The Teacher, and I weren't too bothered about The Housemaid. And I feel like everybody was like losing their mind over the Housemaid series, but it's just not, it's not like amazed me like it has everybody else. But this one has had a lot of hype, and everyone's been saying that this is like the best one she's written in a while. So I'm hoping that this can redeem my faith in her a little bit. And this was £6 from the works, and it is also gorgeous sprayed edges. You know what I'm like, I'm a sucker for a sprayed edge, so I think this one's really pretty. And I'm definitely looking forward to this one. I'm hoping this will redeem my faith in thrillers, because I feel like I need that. I've been so disappointed in so many thrillers recently that I just need a good one. My hope is here. I'm hoping this can redeem thrillers for me. I also picked up the 3rd book in the Silver Pine series by Paisley Hope. I have books 1 and 2 here. So I now have book 3 as well, and this is another sprayed edges one, so I feel like I need to get book 1 in sprayed edges now as well. So this was £5.50, so this is book 3 in another cowboy romance series. I haven't read any of the others, so I don't want to read the back of this one again, but I've heard a lot of good things about this author, and I also have an art copy of Wolf as well that I still haven't read. But I've heard a lot of good things, so I definitely want to give it into this series. I love a cowboy romance. I've not read a single cowboy romance yet that's really disappointed me. I trust that this will be another great cowboy romance series. It just has to be. But like I said, this one was £5.50. And then everything else from the works is like box sets. I got an Ali Hazelwood box set. So this was £20 and it's got all of the Love series in. So we have The Love Hypothesis, Love on the Brain, Love Theoretically, and Not in Love. The Love Hypothesis is actually on my TBR for this month and I haven't got around to reading it yet. So I need to do that. But I've heard so many things about Ali Hazelwood writing and everyone being like, once you read one, you'll want to do an entire backlist. So I figured, easiest way of doing it, let's just buy a box set. So this should have been $39.96 and the works are selling it for £20, so not going to say no to that, am I? And then I've been seeing this series doing the round on TikTok for quite a while now. So this is the Brutal Birthright series by Sophie Lark. Now these are all mafia romances, I think, and I love mafia romance, so I'm really looking forward to reading these ones. I know I've said that about every book I've said so far, but I've been looking for a really good mafia series, so I'm really hoping this can be it. So this should have been $53.94 and they've got it for £30 in the works. This has been doing the round on TikTok for ages, but it is cheaper in the works than it was on TikTok Shop. So I jumped at this. The second I saw it, I was like, mine, let's go. And I used my vouchers again for this, so Faye got me some vouchers for my birthday. So they went straight towards these books, so thank you, Faye. And I'm honestly really excited about this series. I've been looking for a good mafia romance for ages, so hopefully this lives up to the expectations that I have in my head. And then the final box set that I have is actually from James's parents, and this is the Magnolia Park series. Now I feel like I've seen this everywhere. Everyone's been putting this on like their top series of 2024, and everyone's just been losing their mind over this series ever since. I've been on about doing it for ages, so when they were asking what I wanted for my birthday, James had mentioned this. So I'm finally gonna see what all the hype is about. I'm gonna finally join the bandwagon and figure out why everyone's losing their mind. So this should be $49.95 and the works are selling it for just £20. So that is my birthday haul. That is the last of my birthday books. I am now being so good. I'm buying very minimal books. I'm not going to say 0 books because it never happens and I know I've got pre-orders and things, but I'm going to try and be really good with not spending any money because I have plenty to be cracking with. But yeah, thank you so much for everybody for the birthday money and the vouchers, and just honestly thank you so much. I'm so grateful. I can't wait to start making my way through these books. I have a lot to be cracking on with, so I am very grateful. That is everything for this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And as always, my social media, my Amazon, my Goodreads and my business email are all in the description bar below. If you've read any of these books, please let me know how you got on with them, what you thought. Give me some motivation, because I'm slacking with my numbers this month. I feel like last month I read so many books and this month I've read like 3. I'm on like the 3rd week, so I really need to get reading. I need to crack on. I will be posting some videos soon of me basically redoing my bookshelves, because obviously I've got like 60 books to get on these bookshelves and I don't think they're going to fit, so I'm going to have to squish them together, I think. I'm going to do like a little mid-year reset, so I'm going to sort my bookshelves out. I'm going to do some of the little bookish things, so that video will be coming up in the next few weeks. But I can't wait to get a refresh in here and get all of these books on my shelf, because at the minute they're all just piled on my floor. As you can see down here, they're just sort of stacked together at the moment, so I can't wait to get it looking pretty and on my shelves and organised and sorted. So you've got that to look forward to as well. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you're well, and thank you again for everybody who gifted me books or give me vouchers and money and things for my birthday. I've got a lot of books to be cracking on with. But yeah, thank you so much. I hope you're well. Take care.